What's up, guys? It's Gio, and welcome back to episode number 3 this week of Push Rank 500, where we try to get to the top 500 in RU. Right now, our rank is looking like 1,192, which is actually pretty good. We're 9-4 so far. We're using the same Melothreatta team, and in order to reach a top 500 on the RU ladder, we need to get to 1,355. So that leaves us roughly 160 points away, so we're making some really good progress so far. I'm actually really satisfied with how well the beginning of RU has gone. It's probably just because we're using a really good team. We're using New Breed's team. Okay, so looking at this guy's team, it's a pretty bulky team because he has a core of basically, well, he has a Bronzong, a Rhyperior, Exploud, and Drudigon, which form kind of this really cool core, with Drudigon and Exploud probably being an offensive core, and then Rhyperior, Bronzong, and Aromatisse being a defensive core, and Sableye being a Mega. I'm going to go ahead and lead Omastar right here. If he leads Sableye, I don't really care. He ends up leading Bronzong, which is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and get up my first layer of rocks, as I'm going to go ahead and get up my rocks right here, as I see he has absolutely nothing to remove my rocks from the field. So he's going to go for a trick. Okay, he's Trick Room. This makes a little bit more sense now. I'm going to go ahead and get up a Spike, as I'm kind of expecting him to just explode right here and be a suicide lead. He could very well go for a Gyro Ball. Okay, there's the Gyro Ball. So this actually stinks, because I think he's going to be able to 2-hit KO me now, but I'm just going to click Scald. Yeah, he's going to be able to 2-hit KO me, which is a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, stuff like that happens. I think right here I'm going to go out into my Doublade, because Doublade actually performs pretty well under Trick Room, and actually has its way with a lot of his team. Because Bayonet isn't appreciating a +2 Shadow Sneak. Aromatisse is not appreciating a +2 Iron Head. Bronzong is not appreciating +2 Shadow Claw. Rhyperior is going to take a lot from a +2 Iron Head. I'm actually going to calc that right now. Actually, he goes out into his Exploud. So I'm actually going to run a calc real quick. That 126 man, I'm 121. I will outspeed it no matter what, so I'm just going to go ahead and click Iron Head and knock out this Exploud. So Doublade is actually putting in some work, and he goes into Rhyperior right here, so I'm going to go ahead and calc +2 Iron Head versus Rhyperior, because I think that I will be able to knock it out. Rhyperior. Yeah, we'll go RU defensive. What if I'm +2? +2 1 off. It does like 70% max, so it's a roll. Doublade actually looks like a pretty good win condition, and I set up for free versus Bronzong. So I'm actually going to switch out right here, and I don't really have a safe switch in a Rhyperior, so I'm just going to go ahead and sack Dougie right here, because there's not a whole lot that I really need to trap with Dugtrio. And now I get to go into my Hitmonlee, and I'm going to go straight away for a knockoff, just because I want to get off damage against this Rhyperior. I just need to weaken it for this thing. I need to weaken it for my Sharpedo, because Sharpedo can actually clean his team late game if I get a little bit of prior damage on Drudigon, because I do pack the Ice Fang specifically for stuff like Drudigon. He ends up going out into it right now, so he's going to lose his item, which I presume is a Life Orb right now. He's more than likely Sheer Force Life Orb, and I'm going to go straight. I'm gonna double knock off, because I don't want him. Okay, he ends up going for Sucker Punch, which is a little bit unfortunate, but the reason I double knocked off there is because I didn't want him getting a free switch into Bayonet. He will likely, oh wow, I thought he was just gonna knock me out with the Shadow Sneak, but he doesn't go for the Shadow Sneak, and I end up knocking him out right there. So a lot of work being done by Hitmonlee so far. He ends up going into Fragrance right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and spin, because I want these hazards off of my field, por favor, as he ends up going for a Trick Room. I'm gonna go ahead and Mach Punch right here. I know it's not gonna do a whole lot of damage. He actually ends up going out into Rhyperior, so I'm going to be able to get off 2 Mach Punches versus Rhyperior. In my opinion, that was a misplay on his part. We'll see what he goes for here. I doubt he tries to get up rocks. He goes for the Earthquake, which is fine. I'm just going to go. Okay, 3 turns of Trick Room left. My win condition is more than likely going to be my Doublade, because Doublade beats 2 of his 3 remaining Pokemon one-on-one. Melothreatta, I think, dies. Sharpedo, I think, dies. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into Sharpedo, and I'm going to click Protect turn 1, because it will allow me to stall out 1 more turn of Trick Room, if that is what he. Yeah. So he's going to go for the Mega Horn right here, which is fine. Oh man, this is the time where I really wish I had Aqua Jet over Ice Fang, but I do not. I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall as he ends up knocking me out with a Mega Horn, which is fine, because I get to go out into Melothreatta right here, and Melothreatta, I can go straight for a Shadow Ball. I should be able to Shadow Ball right here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to Shadow Ball right here. I should be able to knock Rhyperior out. And I will do decent damage to his Aromatisse if that is what he wants to go out into. We'll see if I can actually 2-hit KO this thing, because I'm yeah, I'll be able to easily 2-hit KO that thing. So I think Melothreatta actually cleans his team up, and whatever doesn't get cleaned by Melothreatta, I think loses just straight up. So he goes out into his Bronzong right here. I'm going to go out into my Doublade because I SD for free, and then okay, he ends up going for Explosion for whatever reason, as I end up getting a free Swords Dance. And he goes into his Rhyperior right here. I will be able to knock him out with the Shadow Sneak, but he ends up just leaving, so that is okay by me. I will happily take your points. We're up to 1,221, meaning we're actually making a lot of progress so far, and this is only the 3rd episode this week, I think. Yeah, it's only the 3rd episode, so we're making a lot of progress. I'm actually really happy about this. Hopefully we can make RU a pretty quick thing, so I can just play around in OU for a little while, maybe switch up tiers every once in a while. Probably not go back to UU, because UU is a very hard tier for me. Because I want to just ladder full stall so bad, but I don't have enough time. Because stall is actually pretty good in UU. I also want to make. I also want to finish my project of making a good sticky web team in all tiers. I made a pretty solid. I would say like. Because I ended up getting 2 top 500 on an alt and NU with a sticky web team. I made a pretty good one in UU before Teeny and Togekiss got moved up, so that kind of stinks now, but it's okay. I made one in Ubers, and I just use people's ones in OU. I'll try to make one of my own eventually, but anyway, that's beside the point. This guy's a pretty good team. I'm going to just go ahead and lead Omastar. I think my main win, it's kind of hard to tell what my main win condition is going to be right here. He does have the Heliotile, which is going to prevent me from getting up, or is going to prevent me from sweeping at least late game or cleaning with my Sharpedo unless I weaken that a lot. I'm actually going to go ahead and calc that right here. Sharpedo. I gotta change this to Adamant, and versus Heliolisk. Crunch is going to do more than enough, so I don't really care about his Heliolisk. He ends up going for the Earth Power right here, that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and get up and Spike, because it will help me apply some pretty good offensive pressure versus stuff like Virizion, which my team really doesn't like. But right here, I'm gonna go ahead and calc another thing, because I am all about that calc life. Gastrodon, RU defensive versus Doug Trio, OU Trapper, Jolly. Earthquake does nothing. Oh my god. What do I have for this? I think I'm just going to go out to Melothreatta and I'm going to click Hyper Voice. I don't think he has a whole lot that likes to come in on Melothreatta. He actually doesn't have a switch in to Melothreatta and switch in, whatever you want to call it, and to signify that there is only one, or he doesn't have one, as opposed to a switch in. But wow, he actually eats that up. Scald, he does not get the burn, which is cool, but I'm just gonna go ahead and click Hyper Voice again. I kind of want to see what he goes out into if he switches, but his Gastrodon actually proves to be a pretty big problem for my team. I kind of had the choice to replace Yanmega with either Virizion or the other, with either Virizion or Sharpedo. Hey, 2 for 2, no Scald Burns. Okay. I could either replace it with Virizion or Sharpedo. I decided to go with Sharpedo just because it was a speed booster. Sharpedo is actually really, really good in RU, so I decided to go with that instead. But I may have made the wrong choice. We'll see. But kind of looking at what I can trap on his team with Doug Trio, I have a couple of options of what I can trap. The first thing that I kind of want to trap is going to be his Delphox. His Delphox is actually super scary, does a lot of work versus my team with Specs Fire Blast, because Sharpedo is like as bulky as a paper bag. I'm actually going to be able to knock his Gastrodon out right here, as he does not switch, which I guess is a good play on his part, because he doesn't have like Healing Wish or something to get it back in, and he ends up going out into Heliolisk right here. I'm expecting the Focus Blast. We'll see what he does. He may just Volt Switch. But I'm gonna calc again, because I apologize if calcing does get a little bit annoying sometimes. I just want to make sure I'm making the right plays, especially since I'm relatively new to the tier. We're gonna assume he's Swords Dance, and we are going to have Ice Fang. That does 77 to 91%. So I got to keep hazards on field. He ends up going for a Dark Pulse, which is a really good play. I should have probably predicted he would have that. I don't know. I'm just going to Iron Head right here. I'm going to sack Doublade. I'm going to come in with Dugtrio for free. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake and knock Heliolisk out. Unless he's Scarf Heliolisk, but I don't really see a reason to run Scarf on a Pokemon with base 109. Base 109 speed. I know that about Heliolisk because I used Heliolisk in OU for a while. Because it's kind of a cool Pokemon. Like, it's very fast. It doesn't necessarily hit very hard, nor is it bulky. This was before Pokebank was released, so I didn't. Oh wow, he's Scarf. Okay. Wow! Oh my god, are you kidding? I'm gonna Sucker Punch. Okay, that was wonderful. I probably should have just gone at it and Hitmonlee and saved myself a lot of trouble, but I didn't, so that's the thing. But now, oh man, I gotta find a way to beat his Virizion, because I think my easiest way to win is going to be my Sharpedo, because Sharpedo just destroys. Actually, no. I lose to his Hitmonlee, I think, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But we'll see what he decides to do in this scenario. He actually ends up going out in a Gligar right here. Gligar. I'm gonna go for a knockoff, because I just want this thing's up by like gone, because it actually helps me a lot. It helps me weaken his, like, it makes sure that I can go for dumb stuff. Actually, he just ends up going for the Earthquake and not the Defog. So I'm going to go for an HJK right here. Hopefully I don't miss. If I crit him, I would laugh. I would not even be sorry. Because I need a little bit of help in this match. Yeah, I needed a crit right there. He ends up just going for the Earthquake to knock me out, which is actually fine. I'm cool with this. Because I can go for the... I can come in, click Hyper Voice, knock out Gligar, Hazard Stay. If for some reason he doesn't pack Mach Punch on his Hitmonlee, I have one. And hopefully goes out into Hitmonlee next, and Melothreatta miraculously tanks a hit. But I'm going to go straight away for a Hyper Voice right here and knock out his Gligar. But at this point, I think it's game over. Especially now that I know he's Scarf Heliolisk. Like, what is life even? Actually, no, Heliolisk goes down to hazard damage, so that's good. So it has turned quickly from a 5-2 game to a 3-2 game. Let me see what he is going to do. He ends up going out into his Delphox right here, which I guess is okay. It's not exactly preferred. I'm just going to go ahead and click Hyper Voice. Hopefully he misses a Fire Blast or something. You know, I will take hacks where I can get it. This will outspeed him, actually. He's Scarfed. This is bad. This is all kinds of bad. I'm gonna go... He will outspeed me. Yeah, I'm gonna Protect. No, he just naturally outsped me. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna go for a Crunch. No, never mind. I'm gonna go for a Waterfall. I've clicked 3 different moves, so we're gonna see which one Showdown decides to process right here. Hopefully it chooses... Wow, never mind. He outsped me. Oh my god, he was Scarfed. Oh, it's just because I'm slow. Okay, I should have clicked Protect then. I'm an idiot. I thought I would outspeed just because, like, I have the perception that Sharpedo was fast because it has speed boost. But that is not at all what I should have thought. I may have been able to win that game. We're going to see if he has Mach Punch right here. He probably does, so it probably didn't matter. Please have Mach Punch so I can feel better about... yeah, you have Mach Punch, so it doesn't matter. So that is a very good game. We end up being 1,203 after today's episode, meaning we only have 150 more points to go. So, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please make sure to leave a like, as it really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to answer today's comment question of the video, which is out of Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and Hitmontop. Which one of those 3 is your favorite? Personally, I really like Hitmonlee. I chose it when I played through Fire Red for the very first time, so he's always kind of been my bro. But, you know, Hitmontop is also kind of cool. But anyway, with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.